Hey everyone, I am Angelica Benavides, and with me is Dr. Francesca Richardson. So we are so excited being here with you today. Today is day 2 of the 3-day challenge. It is called the Vision Board Magic, and why magic? Because you have the magic inside you, and you can create absolutely anything you desire, but you have to believe, right? And I'm going to go ahead and let Dr. Francesca talk a little bit.
I'm so excited to talk with you tonight. Yes, Angelica was telling me about what she's going to be talking about, and complementary to that, will be talking about mirror neurons. So this is, there's a deep cellular part of us that wants to participate in the Vision Board Challenge, and it's so important to know that there's so many levels of us as human beings, our body, our mind, our spirit, and that all of those parts of us want us to become self-actualized, want us to really experience the fullness of life,
Exactly.
and wants us to bring our best out into the world and to give to people. And so that's what we want to help you do. So this is why we're teaching you about these things.
Yes. And yesterday, what we talked about imagination, the power of imagination,
Right.
and faith, and how you have to combine it in order to begin manifesting. It's like when you're baking a cake, you have to have certain ingredients and you have to mix them. But you have to mix the right amount and the right ingredients in order for you to have that taste that you're looking for. And the same thing with manifestation. You really have to be able to mix certain ingredients. And what we call those ingredients are faculties, right? And the first faculty that we talked about yesterday was imagination. You know, that is something you already have inside you that you need to begin to implement. Today, we will be talking about our faculty that we also have is intuition. And intuition mixed with a deep understanding on the reticular activating system is the combination you have to kind of bring together and so that you can begin manifesting what you truly desire. So why the reticular activating system, Dr. Francesca? What are we going to tell our audience? Why is it so important?
Well, I haven't studied it quite as much as you have, but it really sounds as if it has to do, it's kind of how our mind understands how to create things.
Absolutely. This is what happens for those of you that are listening. Um, when you begin to activate and we told you to claim your big dream yesterday, right? You had to claim it and you had to be clear. What do you want? When you decide on what you want, and I'm going to give you an example. One time I bought this car, and it was a very light blue car, and I had never seen that car before. Once I bought the car and I owned it, in fact, it was about this color, but a little lighter. And then I started seeing that color everywhere. Why? Because the reticular activating system, which is the RAS,
Right.
it begins to filter things that are not important for you so that you can begin to really see what you're looking for. Okay, it's going to be that simple. I'm not going to complicate it a lot with a lot of science, but if you want more science, then go look for it. And Dr. Francesca will talk about it a little bit, and she's going to go deeper into the neurons. But basically, you need to know exactly what you want, name it, claim it, and then we're talking about vision boards. So get your images. In fact, I have something right here, just on my wall, like in my office, because I want to be able to create this. And I got this last year, like mid-year, and then and I was cleaning out, and I had put it like I had just cut it, but I never really put it up anywhere. And I said, you know what? I'm going to manifest it this year. So it's here. And I just posted it here so I don't lose it. Okay. So you could do stuff like that. You can even get a journal, simplify it, get a journal, put it there. And for Dr. Francesca and I are going to come up with something amazing for you where you could actually have a vision journal. And we're going to talk more about that as the year comes. So just be curious enough to know what it is, what it's going to look like, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. But for now, make your life easy, and whatever images that you want, because you have to claim it and know it, go cut them. And right now, don't put anything on your board until tomorrow. Okay. So the challenge is for you to begin looking for images of things that you want. And I'm going to give you a suggestion. Don't complicate and don't overwhelm the vision board with a lot of pictures, because then the brain doesn't have that filter, right? It's gonna go a little crazy and say, no, I want this, I want that, and it becomes overwhelmed with information. It's the overload of information. So what I'm going to suggest that you do is that you find something in health, just one item on health, one item on education. What do you want to learn? Where do you want to grow, right? The other one on relationship. If you want a hubby or you want to celebrate your relationship with somebody, then put that picture up on your vision board. But you're just going to find the pictures. The next one is business. What do you want for your business? Right? So it's health, education, relationship, business, and spirit. Spiritually. How do you want to grow? Right? And I always remember what I'm looking for because I have the acronym HERBS, right? H for health, E for education, R for relationship, B, herb, for business, and S for spirituality. And what I want you to do is add the W for wealth. Because everybody, most of the time, we say we want a better job, but we are not clear on how much we want to make. Okay. And in order for that reticular activating system, then you're going to have to be very clear on what you want so that your RAS begins to really activate and filter out anything and everything that is not important. Herbs. I know the S looks like a 5, but it's an S. I'll correct it. Herbs. And then do you want to talk to them about the neurons a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. Herbs. I love that. Herbs W.
Mhm.
Yeah. So so first I'm just actually going to show you some examples. Is that okay? Some examples of some vision boards. So first I'm just going to show you this one. This is a very busy one. Angelica said, don't overwhelm yourself. I love this one because they have such a variety of things. They have spiritual here. They have some vegetables, gardens here. Money, not afraid of money. Or they're working through the money issues. So it's a little cluttered, but clearly this is all very meaningful to them. And then we have this one. This is a lot more organized. It's done much more the way that Angelica talked about in sections, in topics. So so in this way, if you do this kind of thing, you can really clarify this is what I want for this. This is what I want for that. So this is a great way to, these are 2 options. So, one of the things to think about, so with the RAS, the reticular activating system, you are clearing out, you're getting that goal and you're clearing the other stuff out. Your brain does that. The mirror neurons is a different piece of it. And it really has to do with how we, um, for instance, if you admire someone, you really admire Meryl Streep, or you really admire an Olympic runner, cyclist, or you really admire Bill Gates, or another person, Steve Jobs, for his creativity. Uh, so it's how uh, your brain says, I want to copy that. I want to copy what they're doing. And so in order to copy that, I'm going to do what they do. And so you want to learn about these people that you admire. Athletes do it by watching other athletes who are doing things well, or watching um, their best sets. A gymnast will watch the time they did whatever they're trying to do the best. Because what happens is that in the brain and the body learns, the body moves in a sense in the same way as if it was actually happening. So you're training the body and the brain how to be that best. So as you watch people who, watch TED Talks, watch those people who are doing well, whose brains are moving fast, they're thinking, they're showing you how they make things happen. So as you do that, and you want to pick people who are doing what you want to do. As you watch them, your brain and body are learning the mirror neurons and saying, "Oh, I can do that. How do I do that?" And on a cellular level, you're learning how to be what they are. So it's really important to be around and bring yourself into awareness of those you want to be like. You want to be those you surround yourself with, you're going to become like. Um, Partners, people who marry become more like their partners. You see, people become more like their dogs. So if you keep around the people who have that higher vibration, positive thinking, who are manifesting what they want, you begin to learn how they do that. So that's what you want to surround yourself with as you think about your vision board. So, put those people you admire on your vision board. Put those accomplishments, maybe accomplishments that you've done, things you've done well, even put those on. But put those things on you want to aspire to. So that's what I would say to you about mirror neurons at this point, Angelica.
And that's really important that you call that out, because babies, what do? They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to communicate with us. But the first thing they do, they use those mirror neurons, right? Because when you smile and then they smile, right? So
Uh-huh.
then you're like, hello. And then they're like, hello. So they begin to mimic.
Yes.
And it's really important. I always say that every superhero has a mentor. Every superhero. It doesn't matter. Go back and look at Spider-Man. They have their mentor. The karate, like everybody has their mentor and coach. So right now I'm going to tell you, if you don't have a coach, if you don't have a mentor, it's time for you to get one, right?
Yeah.
Because they see you and then you begin to mimic some of the things that they're teaching you,
Right.
so that you can improve and you can actually achieve whatever you desire. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about a program that we have. And we don't want to turn you off and you want to say, oh, forget it. No, no, no. I mean, we just have to be here and be honest. We're here because we want you to achieve your big dream. Both of us are about how do you manifest, and we help you dive deep inside and find out, why are you not accomplishing what you want? Yesterday, we talked about 80% of people giving up on their New Year's resolution because it becomes an impossible dream.
Yeah.
They give up on it. And we don't want you to be one of those 80%. We want you to be part of the 20% that achieve their dreams. And I'm going to show you something really quick here. And it might not be as big as I want it, but this is the compass I created.
Oh, I like that.
And you have to use this compass when you're navigating your life. Because again, the reticular activating system has to be able to know that it's one of your priority. It has to be something really important for you in order for your brain to begin to filter out everything that's not important so that you can see it. How many of you have driven by, you drive by a certain place, like I've driven by this place for years, like 10 years, and I had never seen this sign. And my friend says, it's always been there. It's always been there, but it's never been in your conscious mind, or it's not important, so you don't pay attention to certain things.
Right.
So today is, how do you begin to pay attention to what's important to you? And the only way you're going to get there is by using this compass. Because if you don't believe that you can achieve it, it's going to mess up the emotions, right?
Yes.
And what happens, Francesca, as we know, right? Fear and doubt are the top biggest feelings and emotions that we have that sabotage our dreams.
Mhm.
No, you can't do it. It's self-talk. And it is so loud then that it will stop that reticular activating system, because when your belief and the emotions are in alignment, then your whole body begins to go into some type of body memories. And, we're going to go deeper into stuff like that when you join our program. Today, we're just kind of planting a little seed so you begin to explore and find out, why am I not achieving my big dreams? The next one, you might have certain thoughts. Okay, I want this big house. I'm going to just give you that example. I want this big house, but you know what? I don't make enough money. You begin to align with a thought that you want it, but the beliefs and the emotions are not in alignment. Okay. And I'm not saying go buy $1 million house and then you're not financially making that. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times you remove the how am I going to accomplish and have the vision, and begin to work with the beliefs and begin to work with the emotions. That is powerful. Then you don't know, you might find someone who's going to offer you a big, beautiful position that is going to bring you a lot of money where you can afford it. Or who knows, you might be able to actually win that home, right? There's a lot of possibilities. Don't you think, Dr. Francesca?
Yes, yes. I think as you learn how to believe what is possible and imagine what is possible, you open that door for what is possible. So many of us, because of past disappointments or low self-worth, tend to talk ourselves out of things.
Mhm.
And so we don't see that those doors are opening, and we don't look for them, and we don't make opportunities for ourselves. So we want to help you really make those opportunities and believe in yourself and find a way to remove those obstacles
Mhm.
so that you can have a clear path to what you want.
Exactly. And what you want is already out there. It already exists. And if it doesn't exist, there's a way that you could be the creator, right? So it's all up to you. Do you want to be the innovator, the creator, or do you just want to go and get it because it's already there? The thing is that you don't know how to get it. You see, the other thing is, I talk about the manifestation spectrum. Okay. Let me show it. So this manifestation spectrum is I know how to manifest. If you know how to manifest, then you probably just want to join us because it's fun. You want to create your vision board and then you're like, I want to be involved where there's energy and people are creating what they want. And this is for you to join because you want to have fun. But if you think, I think I know how to manifest, but you're not sure how it happens, then you need to join and keep watching because we're going to be talking about how you can begin to implement and integrate those ingredients and what we call faculties. We talked about imagination yesterday, and we're going to be talking about intuition in a few minutes. Now, if you have no idea, absolutely no idea on how to manifest, yay, you are in the right place because we are going to ignite and we are going to help you activate and begin to create your vision board. So you are in the right place. And the next thing you need to do when you are using that compass is action. It's action. It's being able to create that vision board. Begin looking for those pictures. Begin to claiming your big dream. That is the action you need to take. What happens most of the time, like we've been talking about, is that you are not completely, absolutely sure because fear and doubt get in the way. So Dr. Francesca and myself, we're here to help you remove those obstacles, begin to dream big and to really claim what you want. So you are in the right place at the right time. And believe me, there is no accident that you are here or that you probably you're browsing and then there we are, right? So I congratulate you. I congratulate you if you stop and you look at this whole video because it will change your life. Like it has changed my life completely on the way I see things and the way I perceive things. And I know that everybody has that inner power to create what you truly desire. And that reticular activating system will help you be able, it's like it guides you, right? It's like your inner compass. It's like you begin to see things clearly. People will appear in your life that you're like, oh my God, I was just talking about that. I was just planning about that. And you begin to see that it's what is it called? Coincidence. And we're going to talk about coincidence tomorrow. And we're going to talk
Synchronicity.
about the law of synchronicity
Yes.
tomorrow. Mhm.
Go great.
Yeah. What do you want to say?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, synchronicity, it's so amazing. Um, in some way, um, people are amazed by synchronicity. It kind of makes us think about, well, what is the nature of reality?
Mhm.
And I hadn't really known about the reticular activating system until recently from Angelica, and it kind of makes sense. Now I understand. Oh, our minds are opened. So we're more able to really see things we hadn't seen before. So that's part of synchronicity.
Mhm.
Now, there may be another kind of magical part of synchronicity that also, as we imagine, as we wish for, as we hope, we begin to call things into our presence
Mhm.
that are ready to be a part of our lives. And we make room for them. It's like that old idea of getting rid of the clutter allows room for something else. Getting rid of an old relationship allows the presence of a new relationship. So, that can be part of part of that process
Mhm.
of the reticula activating system is that you kind of have to, clear away the old stuff and really get clear about what you want, what's important, and what you're really looking for.
Yeah. Because in order for you to begin to see things, and people call it the law of attraction, right? You're like, you begin to attract what your reticular activating system begins because you're like, oh my God, I attracted it. Well, yes, you attracted it because you began to set it as a priority and your brain began to filter everything out that's not important.
Right.
And you begin to see it and you're like, oh my God, I attracted this man. Oh my God, I was able to connect, or I was able to get something at this price. It all makes sense when you begin to understand how the brain functions and the powerful, you see, I was telling my kids as we're driving here, because I just arrived from Laredo, my hometown. And I was telling them, like, we were born naked, right? With nothing, absolutely nothing but our parents or our adopted parents. Why? Because we're powerful human beings that can create anything we want, you know? And then my son did say, but some are not so blessed. And I said, yeah, they're not, but they do have the power to overcome it. That's how powerful we are. I mean, we just met Dr. Joe Vitale, who was a homeless individual. And then now here he is manifesting because he's able to understand how our faculties, how powerful we are as human beings. So we're here to remind you that you can create whatever you desire. You can turn your dreams into reality. So intuition is powerful because intuition is another faculty, and everybody is born with that internal GPS. Okay, so you can call it reticular activating system, or you can call it the intuitive part of you. It's, to me, I see it like something that's side by side, you know, the scientific part of the brain and then the mystical part of who you are. So that mystical part of you is the intuitive part of you. You're very intuitive. It's like, you know that you shouldn't be in a relationship, or you know that you have to go to a certain place, or you know, like with me, Dr. Francesca, like I knew I had to go see the doctor because I wasn't feeling sick. Nothing was wrong with me, but I knew I had to go see the doctor.
Thank
That's
goodness you did.
intuition.
Yeah.
It's a deeper knowing, right?
Right.
And when you get in touch with that part of you and you begin to listen to it, then that law of attraction is kind of side by side with the law of attraction, intuition, the reticular activating system, right? They're
Right.
all kind of working together,
Right.
and they're helping us and guiding us to get what we want and to live a life that's fulfilled, to
Right.
live a life that is full. I kind of knew, like, I fell in love with my second husband, and I'm going to be bold, but I knew that I shouldn't go there, and yet I did, right? There's things that we know, and then we still do them. So sometimes it's even okay because it's kind of like it shapes us and who we are. So I'm not here to put any shame or any guilt. It's like whatever decision you make, it's fine. But like Louise Hay would say, if you make a decision and you don't like it, make another decision. And if you don't like it, then make another.
Right.
And the same thing when you're creating and you're working on your big dream, it's like playing that game, Dr. Francesca. Is it cold? Am I getting colder or am I getting warmer? Right? So
Right.
use your intuition. Am I getting closer or am I getting further away from my dream?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're getting further away, then ask questions. Don't ask, oh, well, why does this always happen to me? Questions are very important, and we're going to go into that tomorrow. So I'm not going to go there. But begin to use your intuition.
Yeah. Yeah. People often dismiss their intuition. They're told as children to dismiss their intuition. We are encouraging you to begin to listen to it, pay attention to it, to value it. It's a way to help you open doors into your inner self, your inner knowing. And you're here because you are looking for something new, a new way of being in the world, a new way forward. And we want to help you to move towards that new way forward by listening to your inner self and finding those new doorways. And we're showing you, we want to show you that your body, the cell on a cellular level, that your mind is involved, the imaginal faculties, and there might be a spiritual element involved too. So we want to help you really recognize that all those parts of you are involved in wanting you to self-actualize and become who you can really become and move towards what you want.
Mhm.
Angelica?
Yeah. Well, if you're going to get involved with us in any way, I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're into the mystical, into the spiritual, and the business creation, then you're in the right place. You're in with the right people because we help people dive deeper into their individual work to help their clients go deeper and manifest even more, you know. And let's say you don't have a business and you're just working on the personal stuff, then we're here for you too, because it's about big dreams and it's about achieving what you truly desire. So we have two different paths and we're here to help you in 2021 to really, even if you're living a life of uncertainty that you're not sure how to achieve your big dream in 2021, then we're here to help you. So we're going to recommend that you go back and you watch day one because we talked about imagination. Today, we're talking about intuition and the reticular activating system. And tomorrow, we will talk about the law of synchronicity, which is very similar to coincidence, right? And how it works. And I'm going to reveal the next faculty that we have. So you have to be here to hear it and know what it is because it's like, I don't know if you ever gone to somebody's house and you love the food and you're like, oh my God, this is so delicious. Can I have the recipe? And they either tell you yes or they tell you no. And we're here to tell you yes, but you have to be at the dining table with us. Otherwise, you don't get the recipe. You have to be in the dining table, sit with us, learn, get your feet wet, and have fun with us. So, tomorrow, why don't we get all our supplies, get everything that you want. And then for this whole hour, we'll play with our vision board. And as we're building it and constructing it, because I'm going to give you my feng shui way, that ingredient that you're looking for and how to create it. And like I said, again, work on just one area of health, education. Oops, my finger is probably not in the right place. And then relationship, business, spirituality, and then let's look at wealth. Wealth is going to be one of the main things that I'm going to add this year. Most of the time I do, but at a very soft level. But this year we're going to dive deep into, let's claim how much you want to earn, right? Let's dare to dream big because most of the time, even myself, I did it for a long time. I was dreaming very small, aiming very low because I didn't want to fall flat on my face. And then people would say, I told you so, right? That's what happens, don't you think?
Yeah. It's our own path. And other people can worry about us and warn us and so on. But, in the end, it's up to us to take those risks and to decide, well, maybe I want more. Maybe I want to push a bit more. Maybe I really want to try this.
Mhm.
I think I can do it, or I really want to do it. So yeah, we have to push beyond often what maybe what others think we have in us or how others see us.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm really excited. So go get your materials. You can get markers, you can get crayons, you can get pictures, you can like Francesca said yesterday, she goes and gets magazines and cuts words. You can get anything you want, get your glue ready, get your poster ready. Um, I just ran in like from Laredo, otherwise I would have it here. But if you've been following me, you know what type of posters I like, right? I have borders on it. And anyway, should I run and get it, or we're fine?
I think we're fine. I've also seen people use cork boards.
Hmm.
So they just pin, pictures and words and, decorate it however they want, or a poster board. Just make it beautiful, make it something you want to look at, and put all the things you want on there
Yes.
that you want to bring into reality in your life.
Hmm.
I have usually I've gotten a big poster board and then taped or use a little glue stick and glued pictures and words on there, and that's worked well for me the last few years.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of different ways of doing it. We've also found there's some digital ways of doing it online. So
Yeah.
yeah, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow to work on your vision board.
Mhm. And now here's the challenge. You're going to have to go and get all the material, get everything so you can work with us. And then we want to see your vision boards. But if you are not following us in the Master Manifestor Lab, which is a private Facebook group that we have, where there's a lot of fun and a lot of things you might not even see because you're not there. So what you have to do is register in order to get that link and go there. And if you are here in the Master Manifestor, then yay for you. And we want you to post your vision board there. Now, last year, if you recall, for those of you that have been following me, we activated the reticular activating system by seeing and finding a butterfly.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
this year, I want to activate it by maybe, what do you think? Finding a heart?
Ooh,
Let's
I like
see.
that. Yes.
Mhm. Since we're going to be focused on opening up the heart chakra, this whole
Mm,
year we decided as a partners that we were going to focus on the heart.
yes.
And we really want you to open up that heart.
I love that.
Mhm. So, how about when you see a heart, I don't care if it's a picture, if it's in a movie, if it's a tattoo, whatever you see that is in a figure of a heart. If it's a cloud, I want you to be creative, and I want you to find that heart, and we want you to post it as
Okay,
soon as you see it. So you have a whole week to work on that. So what we're going to do now, and let's do this. And Francesca, you're really good at helping us with this little guided meditation. And let's make it juicy where they can
sure.
see a heart so that our brain and our neurons begin to open. And then you begin to post that heart as soon as you see it. Okay.
Great,
So that's our
great.
challenge.
So do you want to put, for those who aren't in your Master Manifestor Facebook page, you want to post that in the chat, how to get in there, or?
Yes, I'm going to put the link where they're
Great,
going to have
great,
to click on it so that they can go over there and join us.
great. All right. So now, I'll do that guided meditation now on your heart, and
Do you want
so
music or no music?
I think I'm good without music.
Okay.
Yeah. So I usually just suggest that you just kind of get comfortable in your chair and you close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And then as you let it out, just feel your body relaxing from your head all the way down to your toes. Just feel that relaxation in your body. Good. And when you're ready, breathe in again and allow that breath, feel that breath going into your heart. That's right. And when you're ready, let go. But just begin to become aware of your heart area. The heart is the center of compassion. That's right. And also the center of our connectedness to others. That's right. It's where we give and receive love and connection. And our hands, also our arms and hands, are very connected to the heart chakra. So often we do things that have to do with giving and receiving with our hands. Good. So just continue to breathe. Breathe in peace and breathe out any stress. Feel yourself connected to the earth, the center of the earth. Feel your spine connected with the center of the earth. Feel that energy going down. And then also, good, also just as with the next breath, from the heart, feel the energy going up through your head, through the crown chakra, up to your spiritual connection, whatever that might be, or to the universe. Good, to the goodness of the universe. Feel yourself aligned with that goodness, that positive vibration, with your heart center at the middle of it. Good, good. And that lovely heart symbol that we use, just picture that in your heart, if you like. And there might be other things you imagine in your heart. You might even picture a beautiful flower opening. Good. And just notice if there's a color in your heart area. Good. That color will be important to you. Connect you to your heart and compassion. Good. And so now just see yourself in the next few days noticing, allowing your reticula to notice hearts. Wherever you go, you might, as Angelica said, notice them in the sky. You might notice them in a rock. If you walk in the forest or walk anywhere, you might just notice them somewhere. Somebody's tattoo, as Angelica said. And then take a picture with your phone or whatever and post them to her Facebook page. We'd love to see that. So, yeah. So now I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and you'll come back to the room feeling alive, alert, and energized. So 1, feeling at peace in yourself. 2, bringing back this new awareness of your alignment with the earth and with the universe and with compassion. 3, feeling good for no particular reason. 4, bringing back your awareness of compassion and you're seeking that heart and your new interest in the vision board and creating that. And 5, open your eyes, alive, alert, and energized.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
So go. Our challenge is that you go and see the power that you have. Now that you know, I want you to imagine a heart. Like really imagine, use that faculty because you have it. It's powerful. Just visualize it, see it inside your brain. And then let's see what happens within this week. Okay. We want you to post it. If you are not part of the Master Manifestor Lab, then click below because it's going to be there. And then go over there and let's start chatting and let's start igniting and activating that brain. Okay.
Right.
It's really exciting. So we are blessed being here with you. Go get the materials, get everything, because tomorrow we will put our vision board together. It is a challenge. Look, if you don't do it tomorrow and you don't start working on it tomorrow, you're going to put it off for tomorrow, the next week, and the next week, and the next week. By the time you know it, the year's over, and then nothing. So this is your chance to create it. Okay. So let's put the excuses behind us. And let's move forward in 2021 because it is magical and you have the magic in you. And we believe that you can turn your big dreams into reality. So we will see you tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. Central, And then you're going to have the replay. For those of you that are watching the replay, don't worry. If you want to join us live, then you will have another link that you can join us so you could be live with us. So we will see you tomorrow. Have an amazing evening, morning, wherever you are, and our hugs to your hearts. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.